It's Christmas.
Remember BoxMac?
Send him in.
Need money. The ham. I would never do this in 1,000 years. This is just like the cookie. Why do you care? Oh, man.
This is a real, actual nutcracker.
And you're gonna pay $35.
Yeah, you are. I'm not, but someone is.
Where are we?
We are at Spirit Christmas in North Dartmouth, Massachusetts. This is the only location in Massachusetts and one of only 2 in New England. And there's only 10 total.
Obviously affiliated with Spirit Halloween.
Yes, same company.
This is kind of like a trial year, right?
Yes, they might have experimented with this in the past, but this is the first time we're in like modern era.
Wait a minute, you're saying that Spirit Christmas has opened other times?
Yes, they deny it. But there's this Spirit Halloween fan site, and they have a small section with a couple blurry photos of some Spirit Christmases from the 90s and maybe the 2000s.
The Mandela effect. This one opened just a few days ago.
Oh, just a few days. No wonder. There's a tremendous amount of hype here.
This is the first weekend.
So there are a tremendous amount of customers, but not that many leaving with bags.
It opened in the old Christmas tree shop location.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is a good themed building for it, isn't it? It still has the sleigh glass up in the window with the tree.
Yeah, I couldn't help but notice they didn't choose the Circuit City location.
Yes.
And remember, of course, we went to this very Christmas tree shop, in 2016.
We did.
Outside of just wandering around and looking at the store, do you have anything on a shopping list?
I do, actually. First, I need some of those wire hangers.
I was making ornaments out of fish hooks.
I also am looking for some high quality ornaments. Now, I don't know if this is going to be the right place for that. If they have some nice things, I'd definitely be in the market.
Remember I gave you the Ann and Hope and the Benny's ones?
I still, those go on my tree every year.
Those are prized.
Can't get them now. Those are limited edition.
Santa?
He definitely had a Santa. Yeah, the red shirt, the big white beard. He had a Santa working Santa look.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's like going to be Santa inside shortly.
Mick Foley?
Gloria wants to go from mall to mall, meet different Santas, and she has questions.
They mix up the story.
Yeah. Oh, you want to see if they all get their story straight?
Get it all consistent.
Da 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 ba 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 ba. They want it to be a store that's an experience.
Yes.
Is it just me or does it feel like Spirit Halloween? Like the cardboard
Like
kind of.
the makeup would go right there.
Yeah.
You know.
Gloria, now when the reindeer leaps out at you, it won't be frightening. It just kind of dances calmly.
I feel like some of those things are repurposed for Halloween, these giant candy bars.
That used to be Michael Myers' House of Doom. Now it's a candy cane.
Yes. Oh, I like those.
What's in Junt's sleigh?
Yes.
Wait, why is there a sandworm? This place is f***ing packed.
It is. I have not seen retail packed like this in so long.
Do you like him?
Good kitty. Good reindeer.
Gloria, look at him doing a little sassy dance.
Look, it's the frosty hat.
Oh, yeah. And when they placed it on his head, I bet just 2 weeks ago he was the corpse bride.
He's saying, jingle bells, jingle all the way. All in fun, it is to ride, and the one who was open sleigh.
He's just speaking it instead of singing it.
And I think it's going to be a long, long time. So touchdown brings me around again to find.
Oh, that's this electronic audio.
Yes. I'm a little less of a fan of that.
What do you think of this cute snowman in a swing, though, dude?
That's cute. You can't put it outside, can you?
He's only $190.
Only 190.
Oh, look at
We
this.
will bring back your letter.
And it's got kind of a red alert, green alert.
I have seen videos of it online. I believe it is hardwired to nice.
It doesn't light up naughty, and the floor doesn't open out from under you.
You can ask an associate for a Santa postcard.
The footprint is so tiny compared to what the store used to be, and but even what Spirit.
Oh, yeah, because they've cardboarded most of it off.
I expected more footprint.
Well, again, this is a trial. They're probably trying to keep costs a little low.
Yeah.
Hey, Gloria, you've heard of St. Nick, but what about Junter Klaus? You remember meeting him as a child?
Oh my God, as soon as I go.
You can see Santa here.
Of course you can. It's you got it right.
Let's see if he gets his story straight.
So I'm just gonna ask him some questions, and if he makes the same answers of the other Santa, then Santa's real. If they all mix the questions up, then he's not real.
So you're looking for consistency across Santas.
And you have to write them down, see, on your phone.
Gloria's like, I'm just going to ask him a few questions.
Yeah.
Santa would be all right if I just asked a few.
Would it be okay if I ask you a few questions?
Cheapest we can do it for is like $40, $39.99.
For a photo? Is to visit free? Santa, I have a few questions. They're not going to be impolite, but they're going to be firm.
Should I actually say that?
You can say whatever you'd like. This elf over here reminds me of the elf from Home Alone.
One who's leaving. like they've closed up for the night?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, thanks.
This could be the real dude. You never know. Pretend that every Santa may be the real Santa.
Yes.
Okay, you ask me some questions.
Do reindeer ever get tired? And is it hard to take care of the reindeer?
No, because see, the reindeer graze all year long. They rest, and then when Christmas time comes, they're very fresh and strong, and there's no problem. My only problem is I got to keep feeding them all the time. You know, they eat a lot of food. There's 8 of them.
That makes sense.
It does. They
that
very.
makes very much sense.
It does.
Story checks out.
Now, Gloria, how old are you?
7.
You sure you're not 17?
I'm sure I'm not 17.
Okay, you're 7.
Yes.
You sound like 17. You know, a lot of questions.
I'm in 2nd.
2nd grade. And what's your favorite subject in school?
Technology.
Yeah, technology, I'd say.
Yeah? Are you good in math?
I'm great. I'm working on it.
Oh, you're working good, good. I was never too great at math. My favorite subject was music or lunch. I like those. You like that too? Yeah. Now, is there something special you want for Christmas?
Nothing too special. I'm trying to get in all of my presents before Christmas so that I don't have to ask for anything for Christmas, so that I don't need a Christmas present.
Oh, do you want...
I do have a special present for my mom and dad.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay.
So, you want me to bring you surprises?
If you want.
Yeah, well, of course I want.
You did it.
I would like
You
to
did it last year. You
Well,
did
that-
that last year.
Do you like coal?
I have got coal before. It's cool.
What, like those chocolate coals again? Oh my gosh, it's real coal. Did Santa leave that?
Coal is actually useful.
Yes, it is.
Especially
But-
if you're a Cub Scout, and I'm a Cub Scout.
The coal I bring you, you can eat it.
Oh, the chocolate coal.
It's candy coal.
Chocolate coal.
Yes. But make sure you check it out beforehand. Don't put a piece of real coal in your mouth.
Yeah.
You'll break all your teeth. Very good. Well, I'm glad you came and see me. You are really a handful. I will see you at Christmas time, okay?
I'll see you too.
Very good. Give me 5.
Not gonna try to trap you, just gonna try to see ya.
Is that Worker Santa? Is that who you saw?
That was who we saw,
Yeah. Oh, look at who we have here. Your favorite, the very appropriate children's cartoon, South Park.
Yes. They have a lot of apparel, which kind of makes sense.
So it's Christmas lights. It's cute.
Yeah.
But it's branded Christmas vacation. I do. Wait.
Look at that thing.
BJ and Matt for the Christmas special.
BJ and Matt.
It comes in different sizes, like as if you would get this in a small for 2 people.
There you go.
Look at mother daddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the two-headed daughter and mother.
So stand up, seriously. It will teach us to cooperate.
It'll teach you to cooperate.
We saw a really great show.
And off they go. You guys are physically connected again.
Let's take it off for now because it is very warm, actually.
Yeah?
All acrylic. Yeah.
You're meant to be, out in the snow, I suppose. I'm kind of attracted to some of this kitsch.
I am too. I would actually like to get myself a nice,
Yeah?
silly Christmas sweater.
How about this festive AF one? How about certified freak? Around and find out.
Yeah, there's this undertone of spook here as well, just lingering in the corners.
Overstock. What about a really good ceramic cookie jar?
That would be lovely.
Oreo cookies inside of it.
Yeah, these are fun. They're soap dispensers. Not bad. $10.
$10 for a soap?
They're a little how much soap do I need for the Christmas season?
Can't believe Santa over here. This guy's messing around.
It's the real Santa.
Like cheesy Christmas movies where you encounter him in the grocery store.
Yeah, it's just a guy, but you can tell
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
definitely Santa.
Then you see him at the gym the next day and it's a little less magical.
Yes. See you at in the post office, and then
You're
it's
like, okay.
your accountant.
You weren't as transient as I thought.
Yeah, you're very present in the world. You just happen to live in my
You're not the
town
real Santa,
all
are you?
season. Yeah, it sounds like a short film that's written itself.
I have a South Park snow globe that is very precious to me because it was a gift in the Comedy Central offices and I bought it for $50 on eBay when I was 14.
Well, that's some of those things you just can't find them again.
Yeah. These are like cheapo nutcrackers. This is just sell them.
It's still $10. It's definitely cardboard.
Yeah? Cardboard. Oh yeah.
This is much better. This is a real, actual nutcracker.
And you're gonna pay $35.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not, but someone is.
Krampus is really splashed onto the scene.
Sure, and of course Spirit is going to emphasize it all. Ceramic figurines, that's an old item. I'm looking for the ornaments and the blow molds. I haven't seen any of them yet.
What about like big, gaudy, puffy?
All right, the red ones with the sequins does appeal to me. I could hang it between my storm door and my regular door. $10, everything's $10.
10 below.
10 below, 10 Spirit below. I like it. I don't quite like it enough to buy it. Big Christmas signs.
I don't really know what the application is.
Put it on wall art.
Winnie the Pooh and Christmas 2 is an underrated Christmas special.
I don't know if I've seen it since I was a child.
Yeah, and I bet you it would come flooding back if you watched it. Bro.
With individual cheese noodles.
Yeah, look, let me see that.
How much am I gonna have to pay? Oh, it's gonna be expensive. It's ice cream brand.
Kind of love the Reese's one. What do you think? Am I a peanut butter cup guy or am I a pieces guy? Because they got pieces up there.
I don't know. I mean, you always seem to be as more of a peanut butter cup guy.
Yeah.
But I actually prefer the pieces.
It's got individual noodles.
So cheap.
Give me a word on inflatables.
I like them, but not in my yard.
Yeah.
And NIMBY, you know.
Not in my backyard.
These are ornaments right here, clearance ornaments or something. And then it's mostly food. You can get board game ornaments. Does that do anything for you? Stuffing mix?
Come a generic? Why is this textured in fabric? It just seems like as it sits outside, it's gonna moldinate.
True, but don't you think it kind of sets it apart from your average crap?
It absolutely does.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the Matt Groening Christmas movie, Olive the Other Reindeer?
I don't think I've ever seen it.
It's funny and good.
Yeah?
And a unique animation style, and it's from like 20 years ago.
I would probably love it then. I like the little tree. I wish the lights weren't so chintzy.
I guess I do like gigantic one. I mean, look at Rudolph over here. He looks like a Trojan horse.
You're gonna like sabotage Christmas from within his belly.
You know, the snow globe is kind of interesting, but generally speaking, it all strikes me as paper tigers.
Yeah, exactly. It's Christmas without class.
Yeah, we don't have the Christmas place anymore. This place doesn't, pales in comparison.
Awesome.
Something that they could do, though, is make this bigger.
Yeah.
I think there's more to do.
More variety of inventory. And I understand this is the first year, so they don't want to go crazy. They're obviously not trying to make it a traditional Christmas store either.
Remember what set Christmas Place apart was it had like different levels of value.
Yes.
And it had things like the roasted nuts.
And they've tried to do that a little with the Santa. Part of the whole concept of the brand, though, is that you keep the store cheap. Unfortunately, that's the
Mark way up, too. Because the prices here, they're not.
Okay, I mean, some of them are fine.
What we have here, pastas, holiday-shaped pastas.
Well, that needs investigation.
Also, during this whole Stanley craze, you can get some like Christmas and also not Christmas.
Yes, both.
Oh, okay. It's kind of like the harvest pasta colors, but
They've taken out the orange and upped the green a little bit and called it a day. I'm kind of done on novelty pasta.
what about just shaped pasta in general, though?
I like it. It's tasty.
Is $6 for a package of this?
Kind of outrageous. I know what this costs to produce. This should be $3.50 is a good price. $4.
This is just FYE /
Yeah,
Newbury
Spencer
Comics.
Gifts.
Yeah.
It's literally stock from Spencer Gifts.
Wearable blankets.
Yep, wearable blankets. You got your Shrek, because Shrek is still very popular somehow.
Yes. I don't have a wearable blanket. I don't have a Snuggie or anything like that.
Do you lament not having one?
I think like it's probably a missing part of my life. Yeah.
No, you should get one, but get a nice one.
Don't just buy the next wearable blanket I see.
Yes.
Just a load of put your beverage in this and drink it.
Yeah.
The stuffed animal stock is actually pretty decent.
Hey.
I mean, look at that ET.
I didn't think I would see E.T. plushies again anytime soon.
Right? He's a challenging character because he's both frightening and cute.
Yeah, and they've definitely cutened him up a little here.
Yeah, but he is also frightening.
Yes.
Because he looks kind of like a freakish raisin. Look, Cindy Lou Who. My first thought was anything with Nightmare Before Christmas you can double up on.
Yeah, exactly. And they've done it all over the place.
Yeah, but here's the thing about that. It's dishonest, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Nightmare Before Christmas is a Halloween movie, and that's that.
That's that.
I understand there's Christmas elements in it.
Yes.
It's not a Christmas movie.
Not a Christmas movie.
Soda socks that come in a vending machine.
Cute.
Except once you unwrap it, it's done.
Yeah, and the joke is over.
And then I'm just wearing one pair of Sprite socks. You blast beverages now? Don't just drink them, blast them.
for high alcohol consumption rates.
What am I looking at?
I don't know. Oh, it's a micro puzzle.
Oh, for the space constrained among us?
Yes, for the people with very good eyesight.
You wouldn't be able to tell one piece from the next.
No, but I can tell that this is a chicken tender keychain.
Yes, Tendy keychain. Men to avoid in art and life. Museum bums.
That kind of amuses me.
Side question. Do you reckon that the seasonal employee pipeline from Spirit Halloween can enter right into this store?
Absolutely.
So that's a nice idea.
Yes.
So then you've got a 3-month or 4-month job.
Yes, instead of just a 2-month job.
Yeah, some people are showing up in their jammies.
I'm not sure it's like a Christmas event over here, but you know, it's fun.
It's getting there.
Get the bubble.
Nina, take me to the blow mold department, please.
I saw a shirt that says this bitch loves Christmas.
Oh, very nice.
$39.99.
Wow.
You think that's expensive for a blow mold?
Yes, it's so cheap to make that.
Serious amounts of lights on wheels.
Yes.
$24.99. Shouldn't the net effect be with stupid prices like this that people just stop wanting things so badly?
Yes.
Like, fuck it, I won't have lights.
Yeah, that's it. All right, it's time for me to do the inevitable, which is check to see if I could buy this on eBay for a lot less.
We have a whole photo shoot that we did in the Christmas village.
This is adorable. Oh, I like the performances.
Probably gonna choose one as our ridiculous Christmas card, much to our family's chagrin.
Shine up my Christmas spirit.
Look at him over there doing price
Coming
checking.
back with the data.
And the verdict is
46 is the list. That is a lot of money. I mean, I think it's awesome. There's none on eBay. It must be new this year. How many noodles do you get? 1, 2, 3, 4 noodles. 4 noodles. I mean, if you just got the noodles, you're talking nearly $12 a noodle.
So go ahead, help yourself.
good reading.
Wonderful reading, Gloria.
I just need a pillow glass of milk and then I'm sold. You like the Oreos with the Oreos inside? That is the last of the macaronis. I think we're done here.
I think we're done.
Junt's cart is empty?
I couldn't even find my ornament hangers. Didn't have Christmas essentials.
We're gonna have to go to like Walmart.
We didn't even get a chance to look at the impulse buys, like Miracle Snow.
I think I'm okay.
Yeah, white trees.
Nice in theory, not for me.
They belong in retail, but they
Yeah.
don't belong in homes.
Yes.
Find a nice fake silver one. Or decorate a palm tree.
The whole place is scented. I should add that.
Yeah, cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
Cinema.
It's like in Disney World where they pump out the smell into Main Street of cookies
Yeah.
and vanilla.
That's employees only, my friend.
Employees only.
She wants to look in there.
You can look through the crack. You can see Santa's elves working in their fishnets. So would you ever go back in there?
It was fun to visit. I'd check it again next year.
I'm left feeling empty inside.
No, I'm not empty. I'm just a little disappointed.
Does it cancel Christmas? Are we Hanukkah people now?
Yep. Oh,
I still love
Hanukkah, Hanukkah, Lila Menorah.
Hello, John Hunt here, and we're back again for another fabulous game of That's Too Much! So, it's been 12 years since we've last played this game.
Yeah, we played it on a podcast in 2012, December 2012. You and I are the only ones that are here that played then.
Yes.
Everybody
I was
else.
laying on the floor in the back of the
Yes, there's a secret Nina. If you look in that video, there's a secret moment of Nina you can see.
The game is That's Too Much.
That's too much.
There's 3 rounds. The basic premise of the game, I'm going to tell you the item and its retail value. You have to tell me how much you think I would pay for that item without going over.
So, it's been so many years. We've done so much more content, and we've never returned to That's Too Much.
We never have.
Given that your cheapness is such a feature of the channel, and given that prices have, doubled since then?
Yeah, we're going to look at some interesting stats because we're going to do some new questions and some retro questions from the original show that I've brought back and updated. We're going to see just how much have prices increased.
Just how much?
And just how much? And just how much have I been willing to increase what I'm going to pay? I am buying fewer things and I'm only paying a little bit more. In some cases, just pennies.
There are some items that haven't really risen in price whatsoever. The one that always gets me, and this will be relevant to the panel.
Yeah.
Video games are still $60.
Yeah, they were $60 when I was like
in the 90s.
For Super Nintendo. Yeah.
Or even Nintendo 64 was like $70.
Yeah.
It's the coolest video game ever.
I'm sorry, honey, but those games cost up to and including $70.
And PS5, I guess, is $70 now, but that's much different money.
Like, that's half the money it used to be in the early 90s.
Especially, I think, when they went to, disc medium, it's much cheaper.
Oh, yeah. Well, now it's all digital. They don't even have to make the disc.
And the digital ones are more expensive.
Yes, they are.
They make it up in volume. The biggest games sell a lot more copies these days than they did back then.
We're going to have 3 rounds. We got 2 teams here. We got Nina and Frankie from Westport, Massachusetts. Married how many years now?
Married 15, dating for 24.
And we've got EJ and Jason, who have just met today for the first time.
We got them beat.
Our first round is called Pinching Pennies. I'm going to tell you an item. You're going to have to guess how much you think I would pay for that item.
And I do want to add, people might be wondering, what's Zach's role?
Yes.
Well, obviously, he's monitoring audio.
I'm also keeping score.
And he's keeping score. Once per round, we are allowed to say, hey, Zach, what do you think?
That's right. You can call on Zach because Zach knows me and Zach knows price is pretty good, I think. You're going to answer as a team. You're each going to answer individually. The person who is closest, doesn't matter if you're over or under, is going to get 1 point. If you are exact, you get 1 extra point. You get 15 seconds maximum to answer the question.
Oh, boy.
All right. Our first item, and this is a retro item, by the way. This is an item we had in our last game, so it's coming back again. Sam's Clearly American Diet Soda 1 liter bottle. Now, in 2012, I would have paid 60 cents for that bottle.
1 liter bottle, Sam's Clearly American grape flavored drink. The actual price that I would be willing to pay, 60 cents.
How much would I pay today? Frankie, your team's gonna answer first.
78 cents.
78 cents. EJ and Jason?
I feel like he doesn't like this stuff enough to pay anymore.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 60 cents.
60 cents. The actual price I am willing to pay is 80 cents.
Oh.
However, that was the exact price they sell it for right now.
How did you know?
Because I shop.
Team Frankie and Nina get a point there.
I just pay for it and I don't even look at the prices.
Just flames behind you.
So recently, for my nephew's birthday, I wanted to get him a wallet because he had some money hanging around. He wanted a wallet. He's 6 years old. In the wallet, I wanted to put a special little gift. I wanted to put a $2 bill. Can't find $2 bills anywhere anymore. How much am I willing to pay for a $2 bill? EJ and Jason are going to
$2. I have many in my wallet.
I do think like 5. Wow, okay. It's for, what I just heard was, it's for his nephew. I think he's willing to pay up to like $6.
John is a changed man with nieces and nephews.
That's a very good point. So what's your number is?
5.
$5. Team Jason and EJ are closer because I'm willing to pay $2.75 for that $2 bill. That is what I actually had to pay. I went to the bank and let me tell you, they gave me such a stink face. So that point goes to EJ and Jason.
Nice. Good job, Jason.
He's carrying the team.
This is another retro question, back again from 2012. A double box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but it's crushed. Okay, it's been damaged.
Are you one of those guys that buys dented cans and everything?
You're damn right.
Botulism. Yeah, it's where they find a lot of people.
I know how to check for botulism in my cans.
In 2012, I would have paid $4.15. Frankie and Nina, you're going to go first this time. What would I pay today?
I think it's not much more.
I think it's the same.
Yeah, $4.15. $4.15.
$4.15. EJ and Jason.
What do you think?
$5.30.
All right, sure.
The actual amount I am willing to pay is $4.50.
Ooh.
A slight increase. That means Frankie and Nina we're a little closer, so you guys get the point.
Yeah. I think this is going to be a theme. The theme being, I'm willing to spend a little tiny. Like, I don't think you're not going to hold at 2012 prices. You wouldn't be able to live.
35 cents more in 12 years.
Yeah.
I thought he had grown as a person. Like, I don't need to get the damaged good. I'm just going to...
Oh, Nina. No, I definitely still need the damaged good. But once we get to the next round, you're going to be shocked at some of the things. Okay?
Oh, boy.
So, over the years, I still pinch pennies on the little things, but I spend lavishly on the big things.
Have you, as you were watching the old show, were you like, oh, wow, that's what I thought back then?
I was shocked how deal-focused I was.
Well, think about it. You were saving.
I was.
You were compounding. Now you're burning it all down.
Definitely not. All right, next question for EJ and Jason. A box of Kraft 3-cheese macaroni and cheese. How much am I willing to pay for that?
I'm gonna ask Zach.
Oh, good use of Zach.
I would say $1.25.
All right, I'm locking it in.
Locking it in, $1.25. Frankie and Nina?
This is your area.
Yeah, I'm thinking like $2.50, maybe even like $2.60.
Let's go $2.50 because we don't have to go too high because they went $1.25.
He's making faces, so I'm obviously wrong.
Oh, the tell.
I was going to go $1.79.
Okay, $1.79.
$1.79. Okay, the actual price I am willing to pay is $1.19
for a deluxe.
This isn't deluxe. This is just box of Kraft 3 cheese.
Oh, I messed up.
So you guys definitely get it. You're only 6 cents off. Zach, very good.
Yes, thanks, Zach.
Team there.
I was thinking deluxe the whole time. What would you pay for deluxe?
I would pay $3.
Yeah, that's as I was like $2.75. Yeah.
Usually, most of the sale prices on Kraft is like 4 for $5.
Sometimes you can find it for $1.19 now or $1. Very rarely. All right, here's another retro question from 2012. I am out at a yard sale and I see on the table a copy of Super Mario World for SNES. Back in 2012, I would have paid a mere $3.50 for that copy of Super Mario World on that yard sale table.
This whole section of the couch is like very scandalized.
As for Mario World, it's pretty good. However, the cape breaks the game, and Mario 3 is better.
How much would I pay today? But keep in mind that I already have a ton of copies.
I was gonna say.
What scenario is like you don't have it currently, or
I have 13 copies of that game, including 2 sealed copies.
So the question is, how cheap would it have to be to make it worth your while to get it yet another
That's
one?
right.
Even though he has a million of them. Everybody knows how expensive the retro gaming market has become. If you see a good deal on a retro game, you can't really pass it up because it's only gonna appreciate. I'm gonna go with, $8, I think.
$8.
Yeah.
EJ and Jason.
I feel like the price should be 0 if this is logistic. You should just always find the fine for someone else. Do you want to go higher or lower?
Oh, yeah.
I kind of want to go lower.
I go.
I want to do $5.
You have got it exactly.
Yo.
$5 I would pay, so that's 2 points for Team EJ.
Well, then
and
you're
Jason.
insane. You would pass up an $8 Super Mario World?
I have so many of them.
Here's the thing: is I only have one, and I might pass that up for $8. So it's like I already got one.
They're worth about $25.
Yeah, but is he gonna sell them? Like, what are you gonna do? Put them on
am I gonna
eBay?
really put in the effort to make $15 on eBay?
No.
Yeah, you're gonna pay eBay 20% or something.
Last question in this round. The item is a mega roll of paper towels. EJ and Jason, how much would I pay? It's a mega roll, so that's 177 towels.
Again, I'm probably the worst at this game because I just go to the grocery store and put it all in the cart. I give the man the money, and I don't question anything.
And your paper towel problem is solved for months.
I'm gonna say $225.
He's closer to reality, probably.
And remember, this is the last. If you want to call in Zach,
Yeah.
this is your last chance this round.
Zach, can we get a
Oh
hand here?
God.
Because I was thinking 180.
Yeah, I was gonna say 179. So.
Okay.
Okay, 180, and your guess was
$225.
$225. The actual price I would pay is $199,
Oh.
which means Frankie and Nina get the point.
Dang.
And Zach.
He's got a couple points himself.
Yeah, so far he is really showing his value.
End of round bonus question. When I'm in the supermarket, I'm constantly adding up what I'm buying as I put it into the cart. I always keep a mental total. I always know where I'm going.
Incredible.
In this round, how much did I spend? Total.
Oh.
2 points for the closest answer.
Thank goodness I'm used up.
It's about $30.
Yeah, I'm gonna say $13.
What, like that's it for everything?
Yeah.
That's like 30.
The actual amount of everything that I talked about so far is $16.23.
Oh, that's it? Wow.
Frankie and Nina get 2 points.
I do the same thing John does.
Okay, we're on to round 2. 2 points if you're correct, and 2 points if you're exact. The category is never pay retail. I'm gonna tell you the item and the retail price, and you tell me what I would pay, okay?
Okay.
First, we have a retro question. 6-foot pre-lit Christmas tree with traditional lights. The retail price in 2012 was $229. And I was only willing to pay $79. Okay?
How much would be too much for me to pay for that tree? Now, keep in mind,
You're not paying retail.
I'm not getting. There's no way in hell I'm paying retail.
So, Frankie, you're going to go first. What would I be willing to pay for that tree now, the retail price of which is $374.99?
Holy mackerel.
119.
Yeah? All right, we're gonna lock in 119.
119.
He wanted to pay 79. I'm just gonna do 100.
Sure.
The actual price I'm willing to pay is $150.
Oh.
That means Frankie and Nina get 2 points.
The gulf is widening.
It's okay. You can still make it up. For a couple years now, I have been perseverating over buying a new TV to replace this one. The TV I have selected that I want is a Sony Bravia XR 77-inch A95L OLED TV, 4K resolution.
Retail's 4,600. We learned that on Black Friday.
I want to buy a new OLED 77-incher, and it's like $4,600, and I just have never been able to make myself do it.
Yeah, retail is $46.99. How much would I be willing to pay for that TV? And Jason and EJ, you're going to go first.
I think he needs a good quarter off.
So what would
Jason's
that be?
thinking smart.
So, I don't know. That would be
Like $1,000 on it?
yeah, something like that. So what, like 3.8, 3.7, something like that.
I need your final answer.
Do 3.7.
3,700. Okay, Frankie, what's your bid?
I'm just Googling what is 30% off of 4,600. So yeah, you would pay, John, $3,250 for this TV.
Okay, the actual price I would pay is $34.99.
They're killing us.
That means Frankie's closer, and you get 2 points.
I just had to.
Wait, was he? What did he guess?
You guessed
32.50.
32.50, and you were
37.
We were 37.
Oh, you're right.
Oh.
Yes, you're correct.
This isn't Price is Right rules.
The next item, I am at Savers, and lately I've been making puzzles. I like building puzzles with my friends, and I bought this very puzzle. Okay.
Small.
The retail price of this puzzle, if bought new on Amazon, is $15.
What?
Ridiculous, I know. How much would I pay for this puzzle?
What's the price per piece? 15 bucks. Okay. We all know that he can find one of these at a church fair yard sale.
Savers is also slightly overpriced. I'm shocked you bought it at Savers. I'm picturing them putting it at Savers at like $4.99. Not that I would pay $4.99.
Lower. Savers is becoming like Goodwill.
Yeah, I don't even know.
$2.99 is
We don't have that in Florida.
I need your final answer, please.
$2.99.
$2.99. What do we think over here?
Then I guess we'll go higher. $4.99.
Sure.
$4.99. The correct answer is $2.49.
Oh.
That means Frankie and Nina get those 2 points.
Incredible that you'd go higher.
I don't know.
Oh, he really wants that puzzle.
All right, it's time for another retro question. In 2012, I mentioned that I was looking at 1,100 watt heavy-duty commercial microwaves.
The one that makes ghosts?
Not that one. The microwave is full of ghosts. I'm sorry. It was $5.99 at the time, and I was willing to pay $250 for that $599 microwave. Today, that same microwave is $674. How much am I willing to pay for it?
Same price. He hasn't budged.
I don't know, maybe a little bit higher.
Okay. Do you want to go to 300?
275.
275. Okay.
275.
275.
Smart strategy.
I think we should go 300. I think this is the category where John's prices have gone up.
Okay, 300.
Okay, the correct answer is I'm still willing to pay only $250. You're actually totally right. So you get 2 points.
He's not budging.
He's not budging. He's a liar.
Well, do you want to explain that one to us at all?
That I wouldn't want to budge on the price?
Yeah.
I just don't want to pay any more.
See, I feel like he would pay more if he needed a microwave. I think sometimes it depends on if he's actually needing it.
Yeah. All right, next item. This is a premium designer Zafrino Pina Pro cordless LED table lamp in brown. It is a beautiful lamp. I love the light it casts. It is truly lovely.
Oh,
it is nice, actually.
I didn't even know that was a lamp.
It is rechargeable, has a 14-hour battery life, has contact. It is IP54 rated, so it can go outside in the rain. The retail price of this lamp is $160.
Whoa.
How much was I willing to pay for it?
Very complicated question, I think.
He's got so much information on it. He's invested. He enjoys the specs of it.
You're inferring from this he loves
that he
this
has
item.
valued this.
Okay, all right, I'm gonna go with my wife. $69.
$69. EJ and Jason, what do you think?
She was thinking exactly like I was thinking. You know, you're very enthusiastic about these lamps. What did they guess?
69.
69.
70.
$70.
We're gonna undercut them.
The actual price I was willing to pay for this lamp, $109.
Whoa.
So that means EJ and Jason get 2 points.
We didn't know you loved it that much.
Yeah, wow.
Nobody's been utilizing Zach this round. Zach is still available for both of you, and we're on the last question of the round.
Oh, Zach's
Both gonna ask.
Let's call this the Zach round. The Zach round.
Okay. The item is, one of the only things that I still use all the time is my phone. I want to buy myself a Google Pixel 9 XL 1 terabyte phone. The retail price of that phone is $1,399. How much do I want to pay?
So
no, he said he wanted it a generation behind. How much is a generation behind?
They go down kind of fast, don't they?
Like 650?
Yeah, it'd probably be cut in like half.
Let's do 650.
650.
Zach, what do you think? We think 30% off, which would come out to $979.
That's too much.
Smartphones are expensive. And he knows
it. Yeah, I know he knows it. I would say between $725, $750.
We could do 700 and then we'll still...
Yeah?
$650 and $700. The actual price I'm willing to pay, $799.
Oh.
That means Frankie and Nina get the 2 points.
So, John, you want like 40% off of retail on that
I do.
heavy-duty piece of equipment.
They don't make many of the 1 terabyte ones because that's not a common amount of memory for them. So,
But we're spending $3,000 on lamps.
let me tell you, Nina, I just ordered 2 more for Black Friday. I paid $109.
What are you doing with them?
I just love them. I put them all around the house.
And caress them.
I play them and I cherish them.
All right, we're going to enter the lightning round right now. I'm going to give you an item, and I'm going to tell you the price, and you tell me too much or not too much.
Do we remember in 2012, you had a soundboard?
Ooh, too much.
And there was a sound effect for it. That's not enough.
That's not enough.
Was there a round intended to be like I need to pay more than that?
There was. We were 45 minutes into that episode. It was supposed to be like 30 minutes. And I just cut a whole round, which was, this is not enough. I remember one of the items I had on there was a toaster from Walmart for $4.88. That is too little to pay for a toaster.
But that was the days before Temu, because now I'm sure you could find one on Temu.
You're absolutely right, Nina. You could probably find
I
the
wouldn't
toaster
do
on
it.
Yeah, your toaster would be this big.
Do you buy anything from Temu?
I do. I love Temu a lot. All right, ready to start the round?
Yes.
It's an after Christmas sale. Christmas is gone and done. It's 100 colored lights, not LED, at Lowe's. $2.50 for that 100 pack of colored lights. Is that too much or not too much, Frankie?
That's not too much.
Not too much.
Clearly not too much.
Not too much.
You're right, not too much. 1 pound of premium Italian ground sausage at Market Basket, my favorite brand, $2.99.
That's not too much.
That's not too much.
Not too much?
That's not too much.
Not too much. That's right, not too much. You both get a point.
That's a good price.
Do we get to use him in the lightning round?
You can call on Zach in the lightning round once if you'd like. Absolutely.
Once.
A large roll of Christmas wrapping paper in June for $2.
Wrapping paper.
Doesn't want that in his
That's
life.
too much.
I want to stay in lockstep. That's too much.
That's too much. Yeah.
That's not too much. So nobody gets points that round.
You would get it?
I would get it for $2 in June. The next item is this under-computer power strip switch that was originally from 2000 at Savers for $12. Is that too much or not too much?
That's not too much.
Yeah,
Not too much?
Not too much.
Not too much? It's too much. What? I was only willing to pay $10 for this item at Savers.
$2 means you don't bring that home?
$2 means I don't bring that home. Next item, I'm at Lowe's and I'm at the plant clearance area and there's a Hosta on the clearance rack. Originally $9.98, now $7. Is that too much or not too much?
A what?
A Hosta, it's an outdoor plant.
It's pronounced Hosta.
okay.
Hosta.
That's too much.
And
That's too much.
that's
Yeah,
too
he
much.
wants $5 for Hosta.
The answer is that's too much. So Frankie and Nina get a point.
What are you paying?
That's what I said.
I'm paying $4.
That's what, yeah.
Didn't you say
yeah,
it was
that's
too
what I
much?
said.
Oh, you said
I said that was too much.
He said it so casually, it was hard to
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
hard
I'm
for my
sorry.
brain.
get any kind of info from it at all.
That's too much.
I'm on my way to work in the morning. I'm feeling a little bit peckish today. I'm thinking about a McDonald's breakfast burrito, but I see that they're $1.59. Is that too much or not too much?
That's not too much.
That's not too much.
It's too much.
What?
It's 99 cents is
At
all I'm willing to
McDonald's?
pay for
What?
a McDonald's breakfast burrito.
Well, you're never eating
Yeah,
there
and
again.
now they're 2 for $3.33.
Yeah.
Remember when they had like Mondays, like hamburgers were 29 cents? and,
Yes.
like,
Cheeseburgers were
Tuesdays-
39.
39 cents for
And
a
the cheeseburger was like 3 times as good.
Okay, I'm at the surplus auction store in Fall River, and they've got a 40-ounce bag of cod frozen fillets for $5.50.
That's not too much.
That's not too much.
That's not too much, but I want Zach's opinion.
Yeah, that's not too much.
That's not too much. You're right. You both get a point. This knitted sweater I'm wearing right now for $20. Too much or not too much?
That's not too much.
No,
Yeah, he would pay that.
that's too much. That's too much.
That's too much. It is, in fact, too much. I was only willing to pay $16, so Jason,
Close
you
the
get a
gap.
point.
It's a lot of child labor for $16.
Our next item, this olive oil sprayer that I got on Temu.
Does this include shipping?
This included shipping, yes.
Okay.
$3.96. Do I really want to spray my olive oil that bad? Too much or not too much?
I think it's too much.
I hate the whole thing.
That's too much. That's a $1 item at Dollar Tree.
Yeah, I think it's too much. I agree.
You're both wrong. It's not too much.
You had to wait 15 weeks from China to get it.
But does your olive oil smell like plastic now?
Next item, the fake Chinese knockoff of the Vita Pro LED.
He's not buying those.
Oh yeah, it's already too much. Whatever it is, he doesn't want the knockoff.
Did you get that at Temu?
I did get it at Temu. Is $20 too much or not too much?
No, too
That's
much.
too much.
That's too much. You're right. You're both right. That's too much. I was actually only willing to pay $12 for the knockoff version, and it's not worth it. Final item in the round. This party-size bag.
He pulled it out of a hat.
Barbecue potato chips that I bought for the summer party that didn't end up getting used. This family-size bag, $3.
That's too much.
Do we want to stay with them? We'd be playing for the tie.
We'd be playing for the tie.
That's not too much. We're playing for the tie.
Do you think it's too much? $3?
I think that's too much for
Yeah.
the summer party.
It's not too much. So EJ and
It
Jason
backfired
get the
and we
points.
still got it.
That means that EJ and Jason are our winners for today. Great competition, everyone. That was incredibly played.
I think these two cute kids are gonna laugh.
Thank you so much for playing. That's too much.
How does it feel to lose something that you know about your best friend, like you know him for so many years? How does it feel?
Well, Gloria, John remains a mystery.
You heard it, folks. And let's give it up. Our main winners. Do you like winning?
I love winning, let me tell you. Frankie Frayne put up a good fight, but when we put our heads together, no match. Didn't stand a chance.
I want to thank my parents. I want to thank the Lord Jesus Christ. And I want to thank the guy who carried me through this.
Well, you heard it, folks. Now it is time for the end. Oh, what's too much?
Woo!
What's too much?
What's too much? Everything's too much. Frankie and Jason, we're gonna make my favorite Christmas cake. This is an apple cinnamon cake. I've got a authentic 1970s bundt pan with the original Teflon 1 coating. I've used some butter Crisco and I've dusted it with a little bit of flour.
Is there significance to this cake? Why are you making the cake?
First of all, it's a delicious Christmas cake. You're gonna try it today, you're gonna love it. But it is also a cake my mother used to make. It's my mother's recipe. I've changed it just a little tiny bit. It was always one of my favorite cakes growing up. She would often make it for Christmas. So for me, it's a really kind of Christmassy cake and has a ton of apple in it. It also has a lot of cinnamon in it to give it a real cinnamony flavor and a real dark color. It's also a pretty dense cake. It's kind of thick and it'll keep well as well. So you can keep it for like 7 days in the kitchen and it'll last pretty good.
What enhancements did you make to her recipe?
I added more cinnamon and a little more vanilla. And I also changed the type and number of apples. She just used Granny Smith apples. And that makes a very nice cake. But I found that over the years, if I mix Granny Smith with a couple other kinds of apples, I get an even better cake. I've got 2 Granny Smith apples, I've got 2 Macintosh apples, and I've got 1 Pink Lady apple. All the different apple flavors really make a nice combination.
Did she leave behind the recipe? I mean, did you have it available?
Yeah, I did. We're gonna start with a cup of vegetable oil. I always use corn oil.
I'm not normally, famously, hot apples and things.
The idea is that you don't usually eat the cake hot. You let it kind of cool.
But you see what I'm saying about hot apples?
Yes.
I like apple crisp because of the crisp part.
Yeah.
The apple part feels unnecessary.
Yes. I mean, I think the best part about this is actually the cake, and the apple just kind of adds to the experience.
You don't like little tiny hot apple slugs?
It sounds like you get it.
It's actually German in origin, I guess. They got 3 duck eggs here.
Duck eggs?
Duck eggs. You ever have duck eggs?
Never.
They are amazing, let me tell you.
Really?
The yolk is so much more rich and flavorful than a chicken egg. If you don't have duck eggs at home, which you may not, you can use 2 large chicken eggs and it comes out pretty good. They are fattier. They bind a little differently.
We're all gonna be duck walking out of here.
Yeah.
You can use the technique of cracking the egg on the table, not on the edge of the bowl. Just got the oil and eggs in here so far. And now we're gonna add in our sugar. We got 2 cups of white sugar. This is not a low sugar recipe.
Oh my God. Over the course of a whole cake, I guess that's not that much. Oh my, you're going in for a whole other spoonful. That's almost as much apple as in.
Sugar?
Close, yeah.
You get your tablet all sugared. Is that one of the things you check for before you buy one?
Yes, absolutely. It's got to be sugar resistant because sugar and flour resistant. Pure vanilla extract here. This is not imitation or anything. I'm going to use 2 teaspoons.
It's not made of like beaver ass or whatever?
No, it is the full alcohol content.
They extract something that's similar to the chemical from a beaver's ass, which tastes like vanilla, I guess.
It does.
The fat of their butt?
Something like residue around their butt.
It's getting chunkier now.
You could eat just that.
You absolutely could.
Any idea where she came up with this recipe?
I don't know. I think my mother found it originally out of the Providence Journal. She often found great recipes from the newspaper because that was definitely a thing in the lifestyle section. They used to publish lots of great recipes.
Yeah. As time goes on, I'm less and less appealed to cake generally.
Really?
Well, I think the reason is because you don't often get a homemade cake, right? And the dryness.
Those store-bought cakes are so disappointing. Even if you go to a professional bakery a lot of the time, you're not going to get a great cake.
Yeah.
You know what's the best store-bought cake? Costco tuxedo cake. It is a rectangle of pure deliciousness. It's so rich. Mousse in the middle with very moist chocolate cake.
Anything with mint chocolate chip ice cream in it, I'm in.
Can you even see him behind these chandeliers?
Yeah, I can see him.
Okay. I didn't know if it was like Gandalf. He's like, ho! Oh! Jason is setting an all-time height record for the BoxMac kitchen.
The BoxMac kitchen.
Until Glow grows up and then...
Everyone needs to drive a vehicle, even the very tall.
This is wizardry.
Yeah.
Like, this is going to turn into a cake?
This is going to turn into a cake.
That's crazy.
Okay, and we need our cinnamon.
You make ingredients turn into something else?
That's crazy,
cooking?
man.
This is like actual wizardry. It's crazy.
You're not cooking.
Yeah, dude.
You're not cooking. Yeah, dude.
And I've got my cinnamon here, and I'm going to do a heaping tablespoon of cinnamon.
So far, nothing's been less than a heaping tablespoon. It's Christmas. It's time to heap. 'Tis the heaping season.
And you can see, even on my directions, it says a heaping half teaspoon of salt.
Ah, we're not done heaping. Hurling and heaping.
Hurling and heaping.
The John Hunt story.
There's so many possibilities of John Hunt stories. I've got my flour, salt, my baking soda, and my cinnamon. So I'm going to fold that in.
That reminds me a little bit of the Requiem for a Dream soundtrack. Dun 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 dun. Bum 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 bum. Bum, bum,
I watched that movie not too long ago.
Really?
It's still great.
It was one of the first movies where I was like, oh, you can like really visually tell a story.
Yeah.
But now I've seen Kick-Assia, so I...
Yeah, now you know about visual storytelling.
I'm going to slowly mix these two together a little bit, and you're going to see that batter turn a lovely shade of cinnamony brown.
Did the apples go in next?
The apples will be folded in by hand. The batter is very thick. That is normal.
It looks like cock-a-doodle.
Doesn't smell too bad. It looks like cock-a-doo-doo.
Oh, here's the money shot right here.
And then I have to fold them in by hand because they'll be so thick and so appley.
All right, I believe that this can be baked into a cake.
Yeah? Good. I'm glad we made you into a believer.
A believer?
When was the last time you were around like some cooking?
It's been a long, long time.
It's fascinating.
You don't go into cooking YouTube?
No.
Except for us.
This was the last, like the cooking stuff is the last stuff I dabbled into.
It took a while. Are you a believer now?
Yeah, it's, I'll watch them,
He's on BoxMac right now, being like, BoxMac's okay.
Yeah, it's my least favorite of all the programs.
Literally on the show.
You shouldn't eat the cake batter.
Why?
I'm eating the cake batter.
Because of the duck eggs?
Because of the raw flour. But it is so delicious.
Yeah? May I?
You want to have a risk? Would you like to have a risk
Of course
too?
I want some of that.
So what does the raw flour do?
It's just not pasteurized, so it could potentially have bacteria in it.
Dang. Oh, yeah, pretty good.
He's got a real good cinnamon sugar thing happening here. Mm-hmm. And the apples are not hot apple slugs.
The key with this cake is actually to not eat it warm. It's to let it cool as much as possible.
Yes.
So we're going to try to do that as much as we can today.
Why do people like hot apples?
I don't know. There are certain scenarios in which I like a hot apple. Like if you're serving it with a good vanilla ice cream.
Oh yeah, the vanilla ice cream,
But
absolutely.
if you're just going to serve me some apple crisp on a plate, I actually want it room temperature or chilled.
Apple pie sucks.
You know something? You suck.
I gotta pick and choose the fights. Am I willing to go to war over apple pie? No, but I'll eat it.
So this batter is a little tough to work with.
On account of the apples. What did you coat it with?
Crisco and then a thin layer of flour.
When I went to the Plymouth grist mill, they were saying that they lube all the wooden gears with Crisco.
Yes.
Because they used to use animal fat.
A delicious solution.
Okay, I think we're looking pretty good there. I'm just going to try to get the last bit of batter. So here's our apple cake ready to go in the oven. I'm going to stick it in the oven for about 55 minutes, and then we'll come back and take a look at it.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. I'm going to have a little bit of that apple cake.
This is my Christmas toy when I was 5 years old. Gaylord, the Basset Hound mechanical walking dog. Something that I wanted so much, and it worked Christmas Day. And because it uses the batteries so heavily, I think it's like 4D batteries in there, it would burn up the batteries and everybody would think it was broken when it stopped working on the first day. And by Christmas night, I said, it must be broken because he wouldn't walk anymore. So we ended up throwing him away. Years later, my husband found this on eBay.
He walks, climbs, barks, picks up his bone. And at something, he's won first prize.
And it looks like it was supposed to be like a doghouse?
It says ideal right here.
What would the year have been?
I was 5 in 1963.
63.
That's when I got it. Yes. And it was on TV. There was a commercial that we loved. And then, of course, you had to have it when you were 5.
Gaylord, you look kind of crazy, you move kind of lazy, see what he'll do.
So I was like very disappointed Christmas night when my Gaylord wouldn't walk anymore. And we tried to put him on. Nope. Sorry.
Gaylord, when you pull his leash, he'll walkity, walkity, walk with you.
Gaylord comes with a bone of his own.
It does say this toy is guaranteed. Certificate enclosed. Battery operated, uses 4 D-size batteries. It tells you right on the box. So if you're needing to procure your batteries for Christmas.
When I got it from eBay, I bought it advertised. It didn't work. I never seen another one. And that's what Nana wanted. That was the toy she had. So I got it anyway. I tried it with batteries. It didn't work. His legs were stuck up in the air. So I thought I'd start taking it apart. I went to remove one of the legs, and the leg moved. And then I tried it again, and the leg went around, made a revolution. And I thought, I'm gonna put this back together again and try it. The leg was just jammed, and off he went. And the tail was broke off. There's hardly anything holding the tail on, so I think everybody's tail broke. You know, there's a lot of plastic gears in there that drive the legs.
In 1963, we only had stuffed animals, so when this came out, it was like a big deal, like a high-tech toy.
Several times I tried Googling it and see if I could find them on eBay, and I never saw one. And then all of a sudden, I just got the urge to try it again, and bingo, there it was. I think it was out west somewhere. Forget how much it was, about $50.
But now you've got a Gaylord after all that time.
He's delicate. Looks like he had a gold medal or something. You see it on there?
Yeah, like a first prize.
Just give it a little tug. There you go.
So that's supposed to be him barking.
1997, probably. We got our own family basset hound. Her name was Leia, but you would call her Gaylord all the time.
I did, and I didn't even really know why at the time.
This is her second day at the Frayne household.
We had a basset hound, and I wanted a basset hound. I didn't really even know why I wanted a basset hound. This is why.
This is why. You are why.
So when we had Leia, I'd always say Gaylord, right? And I was like, why do I call her Gaylord? That's why.
He's ideal.
Gaylord, when you pull his leash, he'll walkity walk with you. Arf, arf.
Let me introduce Last Chance Joe. I found this on eBay. This is the same toy that I had bought for me by an aunt when I was 4 years old. So that was 73 years ago. Because it's real rubber, it's brittle now. He squeaks, but I wouldn't squeak him because he's gonna break up. You see what already, the spur came off already. You know, I gotta fix that. I Googled him, Last Chance Joe, and there's a giant neon sign that looks exactly like him at some business out west.
Last Chance Joe took a ride bright and early this morning on his way to the Sparks Museum. Last Chance Joe has been a fixture in Sparks for more than 50 years.
The new owners of the Nugget decided they were going to redo the front of the building, and Joe just simply didn't fit into their plans.
Donors stepped up, and plans were made to move Last Chance Joe across the street and save this giant piece of Nevada history.
Well, a lot of school kids don't know who Last Chance Joe is. They think he's Santa Claus.
Genuine rubber. And that's the problem. If this was left out in the light, rubber deteriorates, dries up, and almost becomes like a dried cardboard. That's why I keep them covered in there. Sanitary, durable, squeezable, harmless colors. Boy, they were really, one of the little folks from Sunny Slope, characters of the tug-along team.
From Rempel. In Ohio. And they would manufacture it here, not in China.
No. Oh, no. In fact, it wouldn't have been China anyway. It would have been Japan. And that was frowned upon then. Still frowned upon then. So when would this be? This would be 1951 or 52.
Yep.
This is Last Chance Joe's second chance.
Frankie, we're going to try some KD KFC, and EJ's going to make us some fried turkey today on BoxMac.
So yeah, previously I've already prepared this and I would have edited and told you everything about what is happening here.
Hi, my name is EJ Massa, but you might as well call me Santa Claus because this year I'm bringing 2 boxes of KFC flavored Kraft dinner to the Red Cow family. Now what goes good with macaroni and cheese? How about a holiday turkey cooked like it's crispy chicken? Ooh, baby, that's a good idea. And you know what? Better yet, I'm gonna do all the prep work right here, and then I'll bring it all over to John Hunt's house so that I can fry it up with the mac and cheese. To start, I have a fresh turkey that's roughly 13 pounds. Now I find the best way to unwrap these things is an editing joke. Whoa, see, I even got a free baking sheet with that editing joke. Very cool. Now I've deep fried a whole turkey before and the results were excellent. But a breading would not survive a whole turkey cook in the fryer. So we're not only going to cut this into the essential pieces, we're also going to sous vide those pieces so that we can guarantee that the turkey will be perfectly cooked and have a nice crispy breading. I'll start by cutting the turkey into its essential parts, and I'll start in the same place when I'm cutting anybody into pieces, by removing the spine. Don't be telling the cops that. Don't be a narc. The chicken shears make quick work of that, so then I cut through the wishbone and crack the turkey in half. Now this is where I'd stop if I wanted to cook the turkey butterflied, but we'll go a bit farther. I cut off the wing tips, because those won't be tasty fried. But don't worry, I'll be using them to make a delicious turkey broth. I ran the shears along the breastbone, cutting the turkey cleanly in half. And look, I'm not an expert in cutting turkeys into essential parts. I sort of just freestyle it by taking a sharp knife and finding the seams. Wherever there's a seam, I run the knife along it and use gravity to tease the parts apart. And the hindquarters come off easily. I'll do the same thing for the wing, find the seams, slide the knife around with the help of gravity. Then I find the joint between the upper and lower wing and cut those apart. And I find the joint between the thigh and the drumstick and separate those. And there we go. And I'll repeat the process for the other side. And now we have 2 breast pieces, 2 thigh pieces, 2 drumsticks, and 2 sets of upper and lower wing pieces. Before putting them in bags to sous vide them, we'll season them by sprinkling them with an all-purpose rub. Usually I use my EJ all-purpose rub, which is a knockoff of the real thing, Killer Hogs AP seasoning, which I saw being sold at Walmart and decided to pick it up. Saves me the trouble of mixing another batch for my own version, which is essentially just salt, pepper, and garlic powder. To top it off, I'll sprinkle some paprika over it, and I covered all sides with these seasonings. Then I put all the dark meat parts, the ones with bones in them, in one set of bags and vacuum sealed them. And actually, the ones with bones, I like to double bag them because bones have a habit of piercing the bags, causing the meat to get waterlogged. And here's the meat packet ready for a bath. And the breasts I put in their own bag for later. I'm using an Anova device inside a cooler. Yeah, I don't have any of that fancy gear like Guga over at Sous Vide Everything, but a cooler works fine. I set the temperature to 145 degrees, and when the bath gets up to temperature, I place just the dark meat bags with bones in, and I'll be cooking those for a total of 14 hours. However, 10 hours into the cook, the breast meat was getting a little bit lonely, and it decided to hang out with the rest of the boys for the remainder of the cook, 4 hours. While that cooks, I'll make a flour mixture for the breading, which I'll bring to John's house for the cook. I really don't know what the Colonel's secret recipe is, and frankly, I don't care, so I'll just use the recipe I use to make my kids buttermilk fried chicken tenders. All turkey really is just a big chicken tendy, isn't it? We'll start with 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 3 teaspoons of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of paprika, and finally 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. All of that conveniently poured into a Ziploc bag, not only for travel to Junt's house, but for shaking it to mix, or squeezing to mix, whatever. And when I'm making chicken tendies for my boys, I always make a sauce, and I think this honey mustard sauce will go with it nicely. It's pretty simple. A half cup of mayonnaise, a 1/4 cup of honey. I'm using this local honey with a very copyright infringing mascot on the bottle.
Did you say honey and nuts?
1/4 cup of mustard. Now what really kicks it up a notch is a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. This adds a brightness and acidity that really ties the room together. Then I whisk it all together until it's nice and smooth. Beautiful. I want to drink it. The 14-hour cook is up, and I took all the bags of turkey parts and dunked them into ice water to rapidly cool them. And there we go, perfectly cooked turkey pieces begging for a fried crispy layer to encircle them. I put them in the fridge overnight, and then they'll go into a cooler as I make the trip to John's house. I'll also bring plenty of peanut oil to fry them with. So I've got my turkey, I've got my sauce, I've got my breading mixture, and I got my oil. So I'm gonna pack that all up, bring it over to the Red Cow crew, and we're gonna try out this vaguely KFC themed holiday dinner.
Now, we can't make it exactly like KFC because they use like a pressure cooker fryer.
You know, when you hear about people deep frying chicken or turkey in their backyard or in their driveway, and then you have it and it's just really moist.
Yes.
And I'm like, this isn't like kernel.
It's just a turkey cooked in oil.
But you're like, hey, we've got the KD KFC.
Yeah, can we do, you know, the bucket of crispy chicken?
So you're really gonna try to do that.
So what we're gonna do is bread it. It's just flour, I think some baking soda.
Have you ever had breaded fried turkey?
No, never. I've deep fried a turkey before a couple times.
Have you ever had a turkey leg, like a big turkey leg at a fair?
Yes, like a $16 turkey leg.
I once bought something like that and I regretted it. Not because it was delicious actually, but I'm walking around like
chomping on it.
Yeah, like I'm a barbarian.
So what I'm gonna do is actually this turkey breast, I'm gonna cook it up into chicken nuggies. Well, this is turkey, sorry.
Have you ever had a turkey nugget before? You're making me curious about like why is it that we have not done more with turkey, generally speaking? We're such a chicken culture.
I think the chicken breast is gonna be the best because it's gonna be in that.
You mean the turkey breast, DJ?
The turkey breast. The turkey breast is gonna be the best. Look, I'm cutting, I'm talking, it's hard.
I bumble the words all the time on every show. We never thought about mix and match. An interesting development in terms of Kraft and the Cracker Barrel. I can't use any words.
Again, from the top.
So we talked about the Kraft Cracker Barrel. I cannot get the words out. The Cracker Barrel. I always have enough food in my life that I could live for nigh on 20 years. It's 18 grams of protein per serving. In our small part, no salt.
A small part in there salt.
Most part, no salt. Cheese sauce not bad. Cheese sauce not bad. I missed a word. So you have to get they buy seafood from, you know, various fishermen, you know, that word. After all this time, it makes sense that you'd want the source to be light.
The source?
I was wrong. Mark it on your calendars.
Just yesterday, he was telling us about how blark the TV was.
How blark, look at the blark levels on that TV. When it gets out of the star mode, then those segments will go fully blark. Blark, fully blark.
Here is that famous turkey leg that you go around the Ren Fair with.
Yeah.
And I am gonna start making macaroni and cheese, Frankie. We're gonna make KFC KD. Where did this even come from, EJ? You bought this with us today, didn't you?
Nobody has sent it to us, so I just bought it off of eBay.
You bought it off of eBay. How much did you have to pay for the privilege of these two boxes?
I think it's like 10, 13 bucks.
That's not too much.
Well, it is too much.
With shipping and everything.
Yeah, from Canada. I love these hood containers of cultured buttermilk.
Usually buttermilk will tenderize chicken and, I guess, turkey. This is more just to give it a nice buttermilk coating. Here's the magic. You take a little bit of this buttermilk, you pour in here.
What? You've mixed the dry and the wet.
The crispy chicken has all those little craggly bits.
That's how you get them. What if we took the chicken breading, the fried chicken breading, and put that on top of the mac?
How would you do it?
I don't know.
You'd have to take it off.
Somebody think of it. I'm more of an idea person.
Well, we're really more sort of idea people.
Ideas.
After you've battered the chicken, sift out the bits and just fry the bits.
Because we've been talking about toppings and how they're horrible forever. And I'm thinking, actually, fried breading would be delicious. Do you have a favorite, or could we compile, if we were to think of it, a top 5 Red Cow Christmas segments of all time? If we were to put together a VHS tape, and you wanted it to be Christmas themed, what should go on it?
This might be a controversial, but I love the wreath segment.
It's gotta be the Kankle cookie, right? Kankle cookie.
Kankle cookies would be great. Junt or Klaus.
I'm gonna name each segment.
Okay, thumbs up or down?
Not thumbs down, but like, does it belong on the board?
Sure.
We have these new tapes that went out, Halloween, best of.
I can't believe how great the printing came out, how great the tapes look.
Yeah, they sold out almost immediately and people are like, make more. So I do kind of want to do our feature films, or at least 1 or 2 of them.
Yeah.
I want to release like little pairs. The thing about VHS is you want to stay under 2 hours. You gotta get your fill of Red Cow Christmas in under 2 hours. So one would be the sitcom.
That is good, that's a classic.
There's a lot of like mac and cheese segments. Do you just pick one and that is the topper, that caps the whole thing?
I would think one mac.
Okay, I'm a little bit partial to Eggnog Mac.
Really?
I think
it's worst mac?
I think it's one of the funniest segments.
Okay. It's not. Oh my God, it's weird.
There's a segment that I know will make it. It's me trying to make a roast.
Oh yes, that's so classic.
I didn't. I put it right on the. I just need a pan.
It's the roast on the counter.
Because I didn't have a pan. Time out. Gift of the Mac, guys. Is that going in?
I think so. Just the segment.
John reading a poem. Is that a good opener.
You know, the funny thing about that, I don't know if I've ever said that on camera before. When I was reading that poem, I was so pissed off. And
Why?
I don't remember why.
I can see it in your eyes.
Wasn't it because the cookies didn't come out?
That might have been what it was. I was so pissed that the cookies didn't work out. Oh, they didn't quite cook like they should have.
Something's wrong.
Well, it is what it is, folks. Get a shoe, why not? We have several shoes already, but they don't even look like shoes. They just look like ankles at this point.
They're all blowed up.
The gels are just so you can like draw eyes on you know, bloated cankles.
I'm going to put it on there. Opening poem.
Sure.
Everything's pissed off, John, with fire in his eyes.
I'm hearing that we want cankles.
I think it's one of the best, funniest.
So far, we're every single segment goes in. We set up the tree in your living room. We'll cut that. Frankie makes a roast.
Yes, has to go in.
2016 was a banger.
Yeah. No, I wasn't even there.
I couldn't make it over to the Red Cow holiday celebration for some reason or another. Baby born.
Wreaths?
I like wreaths, but we could leave it. It's a little long.
And then there's also make your own ornament.
I think that's better. Maybe cut down a little.
You need some kind of EJ.
We gotta have something, EJ.
And then 2016 tempered egg one.
That's my favorite mac that we've made.
There's a version where I make it in 2017.
Oh, that's right.
Junt buys a Christmas tree in the Christmas tree field. I love it.
That is a classic.
Then you go, I'm lost in a field of trees.
All right, we're heading this way. I feel like I'm lost in a field of trees. Now, you're gonna do a single or a double dip, EJ?
We're just doing single
Single
today.
dip.
Some lucky person's gonna get the turkey leg.
And you just serve it with mac and cheese? Or I had this weird idea at one point where like you would make a turkey, you would stuff the turkey with the mac and cheese.
I have an idea for that, and like where you would actually make like a mac and cheese dust crust for the turkey as well.
Maybe a next year idea?
Next year idea.
Okay, there's the dolls that were made for us. There's candied nuts.
Candied nuts! No.
Even though Gloria was an infant. The first mac and cheese, no. It's not making it.
No.
EJ makes a turkey. Here we are again.
Look at that. What's inside? Carve a nice turkey.
There's EJ makes cranberries.
Oh, that bourbon cranberry sauce is really good.
There's when we have the dinner at the end with the cake. I would end the VHS with that.
That seems lovely. It's a little too blue for me to consume.
Why blue specifically?
I have no idea.
Junter Klaus and smashing the gingerbread house.
It is a classic Red Cow moment. I think you have to include it.
Yeah, you have to.
Mac and cheese fudge with Zach.
I like having Zach involved, but nah.
A Christmas to Remember store in Newport.
I do like that.
There's a Christmas place. It's not part of any special, but there's one we went to a Christmas place.
Yeah.
There's the quilt, the mac and cheese quilt. What was this bottle of pee that you made everybody drink?
Oh, the spruce mead.
That might be a good one, actually, if you wanted one EJ segment.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Christmas No Views with the NES.
Oh, it is pretty good.
That is pretty good.
But if you want a gaming segment, you want the one where we're over there in the living room.
Yes.
Yeah. There's Matt makes ornaments of everybody.
Mommy, and Goya, and Daddy.
Setting the table with false-graph and then with a slow-mo. I think you need that.
Yep.
Matt's craft of making the snowmen.
I like that one.
Man, that's Daddy. That's
What do you do with the rest of the sock?
Our biggest cooking segment we've ever done for a holiday special is when you did the jumbo shells. You called it the 10 cheese jumbo shells with Utz.
I don't think we should include it.
No? It's gone.
It was a good segment. Go watch it. Go enjoy with your family and friends.
There's Matt's Apple Crisp. There's Christmas Scavenger Junt, where Gloria finds a giant freaking reindeer.
I can't believe we did a giant freaking reindeer.
I kind of want Gloria in something.
Retro gaming segment, Junt's Nest. But do you choose that over the SNES rifle?
That one's so good.
Yeah.
If you're
SNES
making me
rifle.
choose rifle.
Oh, waffle.
Leave
No?
it. No. It didn't come out good.
How come every time? Okay, so we're getting to the bottom of it. If the cooking didn't come out good,
I don't want it.
you like want it gone.
I want it gone.
I'm going only forward. Only forward, Frankie.
Not going back.
No, only forward.
Actually, there was the Cherie Smack.
Yes, my easy Christmas Cherie Smack.
There was Jump Horse.
Your horse bucks you off, go to the hospital. Where's the hospital? Hospital.
And there was fried Mac balls. We did that last year. Do you even remember that?
I do remember. Cut it.
All right, so here's what we got. The opening poem. Gift of the Mac guys. Cankles. Frankie makes a roast.
Yep.
Wreaths. You need a TV edit for that.
Yeah, TV edit.
Lost in a Field of Trees. The dinner at the end. Mac and cheese cake. Smashing the gingerbread house. TV edit. Spruce mead for EJ. Slow-mo false graph table setting. Snowman craft with Matt. Christmas scavenger Junt. And SNES rifle.
Sounds great.
We got temperature 350 degrees.
I'm going to use my big dish because this is big turkey. When you deep fry things, do you believe in the instant salt once it comes out?
Yes, if you can get the salt ready, please, Jonathan.
I'm excited to be a salter.
How's a turkey, EJ?
That's good.
Looks delicious.
It does. It already looks so good.
John, do you want to look at the ingredients and see if there's anything that stands out to you?
There's nothing different in it at all, except there's herbs and spices, including mustard and sugar, and some garlic powder and onion powder too.
Yeah, well, what makes it KFC? We didn't even bother to investigate that.
Rather than trying to replicate the KFC mac, they've tried to just make a mac flavored with KFC spices.
Look at that. Look at that.
That's a turkey leg if I've ever seen it.
Have you ever wanted to put real WTF art on the wall?
Kind of.
Do you ever want to like put gather or eat
Never.
on the wall?
I saw some art recently of like Kermit looking real buff. And I was like, that should go in the bathroom or something. Is this your pot?
This is my pot, yeah.
This John doesn't normally like fry stuff.
Well, I made that chicken number 5 I made for the 2020.
And you fried that?
Yes.
Chicken number 5. Is that cheese all over it?
No, cream of chicken soup. And then it's got fried pieces of chicken in it and some sherry. And then we've got white rice and we've got vegetables.
Every Tuesday night at my house in Westport, we have like a dinner night, and he would come over and he would make chicken number 5.
Why is it number 5 again?
Just because it is.
Well, there was chicken number 1 and chicken number 5.
And there's chicken number 2, which I very rarely make. This is called chicken number 2.
And where did you come up with the 2?
There's only 2 chicken dishes I make, chicken number 2 and chicken number 5. Chicken number 2 is with Swiss cheese and stuffing crumbs on top.
Oh, dude, I want.
It's good, but
it's number 2 and it's rare.
Chicken breast tenders in Italian dressing, cooked sous vide, served over fresh vegan salted rice. 5 was in celebration of Mambo number 5, obviously.
I want to thank Jason Graves for manning the camera today.
Yes, thank you, Jason.
Yes, if it sucks, it's my fault.
If we look a little shorter today, it's because Jason's
I'm holding you at chest level.
Oh, you can see the pepper flakes or
Oh
whatever.
yeah, take a look. You could take one of those and now stick it in the cheese sauce.
You totally could. Now, can I interrupt everything for a second? There's a certain cake in the oven.
Oh, yes.
That is ready to come out.
The oven is about to give birth.
I'm about to induce. We're looking great. Just slip this back behind here for now.
Careful.
This is the last batch, so we're almost done here. There's a lot of action here. We got cake, we got the chicken, we got the noodles coming in.
What this really is a BoxMac VR experience just for Jason. Is KFC an American chain?
Yes.
So what right does Canada have?
I mean, have we talked before about how fried chicken from KFC in Japan is the national thing you do? Every Christmas, that's what you do. All right, Mac first.
KFC, KD. Are you tasting KFC? Maybe.
A little bit. It's very peppery, very spicy.
I think throwing in some herbs and spices and being like, it's KFC is kind of bullshit.
I wanted the cheese to come through more, and it really doesn't.
I don't mind it.
It's okay. The average person will like it. But is it KFC?
Let's try a turkey nugget.
Turkey nugget. Oh, wow.
Wow.
It's awesome.
It's so good.
How come every time we fry birds in this kitchen, it goes so well? Now imagine if we had made that sauce.
I have a sauce.
What?
A honey mustard sauce.
Oh my God, EJ.
Honey mustard is my favorite.
It's my favorite too.
This is homemade?
Yes, I mixed a bunch of condiments together, yes.
No. The turkey is a star.
Yeah, I love the bite to it. It's so moist and tender. The crispy coating's really good too.
I kind of like the mac.
Yeah, the mac's good.
You can get the essence of like the KFC spices.
Do you even like mac, or are you one of these people who doesn't even like mac?
It's all right. You're telling me there's more than one kind?
Is anything?
The mac's okay. I think the baseline should be, would I rather have this or regular, and I'd rather have this.
You can taste like the KFC spices in it. It almost has a bit of the KFC gravy taste to it too. The turkey was very, very good.
We never paid off the crumblies on top, Frankie. I put some crumblies on there. I really like the texture it adds.
Yeah.
I think it really balances the mac nicely, actually.
That just leaves a cake.
Yeah.
You gotta let it cool.
Yeah, for another couple minutes. All right, so cake is out of the oven. Now I'm just gonna do the final decoration, a little powdered sugar with my OXO cake duster.
It's like a magic wand.
It is like a magic wand. It hasn't been cooling too long, so it's still gonna be warm, unfortunately.
Are you gonna do a recipe on the website?
Absolutely.
This has to somehow beat the turkey leg.
It won't.
Having not tried the turkey leg, I think this is way better than the turkey leg.
I saw the little knot on Frankie's head, which indicates that he has concerns and issues.
What did you see?
Yeah, a little nod of the head, just a little tilt.
You want to know what it is?
What is it?
It's delicious. It's great. I love it.
You just hate fruits and vegetables.
Just not the apples, please.
Yeah.
It's so much better when it's not warm.
I think it's great.
Yeah? Your mileage may vary.
The apples are also fantastically cooked. Like, they're not super hard and chewy and undercooked, which happens all the time. They add a nice little tartness. I heard about the different types of apples that Sean added, so that it's not just pure sugar on your palate.
She's saving this.
She is. Thank you, Nina.
What about you, Jason?
Wow.
Wow.
I think the problem is that if chocolate is your preferred sweet, it's going to mess up your whole sense of taste and proportion and everything else.
I love cinnamon sugar, and he's got that out on the outer edge. What I would do is eat the outer edge of this cake. Is there a way to get some of those qualities into it without there being like hot slimy slugs?
I mean, you can make just a coffee cake.
So Frankie's advice is to double the cake, no apples.
Double the cake, no apples.
I think I would like that more, actually. Yeah. If it was twice the cake, half the apples.
It is right. It's made correctly. So if you don't like it,
Well, do you like hot slimy apples inside your cakes?
No, but they're not hot and slimy once they cool down. They'll be cool and slimy.
So you agree with me?
I don't like them hot. If I had my druthers, we would have waited 2 hours before eating this cake.
Well, we don't have
We don't have no 2 hours. We got to get this done.
We don't have druthers in this apartment.
We have no druthers. And there's going to be parts that have less apples in it, too, because that's just the nature of the cake.
Thank goodness. But you did put a lot of apples in it.
I did put a lot of apples.
What is with the apple people?
What is with your lack of apple
There's
people?
a lot of apple people out there. Have you noticed this? Has the apple thing gone a little out of control? It's not hot.
If you like apples, you're going to like this cake.
Yeah.
That's my
I
opinion.
gave you all the reasons why this cake is
No,
great.
listen. Did you see the bucket of apples he put into it?
It's fantastic.
It's not too sweet. It's nice and balanced. It's good and cinnamony.
I think you're right. If it was cool.
Yeah.
Hey, pretty good. Thanks for making it for us.
My pleasure. Enjoy the recipe on the website.
Is it hard to take care of the reindeer, and do they eat a lot?
They eat a lot more towards the end of the year when they get close to Christmas so they can build up their strength, but it's really not hard. I got a lot of elves.
Well,
is there any other questions?
That's it? Just the reindeer?
Do the reindeer eat a lot, and is it hard to take care of the reindeer?
It is not too difficult to take care of the reindeer, but make sure on Christmas Eve you put out a carrot for my reindeer to eat when I get to your house, okay?
Okay.
You're gonna leave it on the plate.
I don't have that money.